Hi everyone, my name is Sky. Not too long ago, I made a video called Dear White People. If you haven't seen it yet, then go watch it and come back to this video. To the surprise of no one, I received some angry messages from people in response to my video. I stand behind what I said in that video, but I want to add a couple of things before I get into the negative commentary. I know that being born white is not a choice that an individual makes. However, once a person becomes aware of white supremacy and racism, they have the potential of becoming racist. And most white folks are racist, yet they don't want to admit it. So, unless white people do something about their internalized racism and unlearn the white colonialist cis heteronormative indoctrination, we're going to continue to live in a racist world. So you may ask, Sky, how can they unlearn that indoctrination? By admitting they have a problem and by educating themselves about the oppression faced by people of color. Millions of articles, blogs, books, magazines, videos, word of mouth stories, poems, songs, etc. about POC oppression are at their disposal. So they should go look at all that information and learn some stuff. And unlearn some stuff, since that's one of the goals of their studies about POC oppression. And now, onto the stuff that made me mad as hell. Here are some of the lovely messages I got in response to my video. Comment number 1. And I'm going to read this from my computer directly. Seems like this video is only going to add fuel to the fire and create even more problems than it will solve. Also, this issue has two sides. It's not just white folk that need to take responsibility, but people of color need to help out by not putting the full blame on every single white folk. Comment number 2. We have people of color making pop judgments on white people and saying shit like, all white people are racist. Well, if that's your attitude, then fuck off. What I am seeing is the oppressed becoming the oppressor. And all that does is just keep the hate alive. Comment 3. Oh boy, another uplifting educational video. Great title, very promising. Trying to redefine words like racism and discrimination to say that certain people can't experience those hardships is just a way for people of color to not have to be accountable for their actions, even if they are the ones creating a cycle of hate and toxicity. But enough about my privilege. Enjoy the education that you are privileged enough to get funded for through affirmative action. Comment 4. You're basically saying that you've given up doing your pay because you feel no one ever listens. If people actually did what you're doing, then nothing would be done. What do you think would happen if Martin Luther King Jr. decided not to give his speech because he didn't think people would listen? Yes, there are people who won't listen, but that doesn't mean you should stop doing what you can to get information out there, because there are people out there who are willing to listen, and those people will share your words, will teach them to their children, and then will share with the next generation. And here is my response to all of that nonsense. It is not my job to train white people how to stop being racist. And white people have no business telling people of color what they have to do to end racism. How dare anyone say that to a person of color? I don't care if white people complain to me, I'm a victim, you're oppressing me. Oh, stop, you're breaking my heart. Cry me a river. Where's my violin? Are you fucking kidding me? A wise person once told me protecting the comfort of white people won't help dismantle racism. And I totally agree. If your racist ass is uncomfortable, then I must be doing something right. And quit playing the victim game. I'm not oppressing white people by calling them out. What a stupid and despicable thing to say. Hello? It's the other way around. Think, McFly. White people have been oppressing people of color for thousands of years. So don't come at me with that white supremacist bullshit. Don't come at me saying that I'm a racist. If you say that shit to me, then you aren't worthy to talk to me. You aren't worthy to look in my direction, and you're not even worthy to lick my boots.